Welcome back, friends. It's Anders. Today I am making 3 potentially awful cocktails. I have avoided these drinks for a number of years, actually my entire career, because they just don't look good to me. Now, all 3 of these cocktails are found in the Savoy Cocktail Book, and I owe a lot. I don't know, is this camera on? Are you on? Okay, all right, good. Right here, this is the Savoy Cocktail Book. I've made many of the cocktails. I've workshopped a number of them that just didn't quite hit right for me, and some of them I've just avoided. But today, I'm gonna give Harry Craddock the benefit of the doubt, and maybe they're excellent drinks. I don't know that they're gonna be excellent, but maybe they'll be, it's gonna be entertaining. Let's put it that way. Maybe if I find one of these is salvageable, I might workshop one of them, but no promises. If they are just flat trash, I'm gonna not do anything but spit them out. If you're new to the channel, hit that subscribe button for more sips, tips, and recipes. And let's go make 3 terrible sounding cocktails right now to the bar. So the 3 cocktails we are making today are the Bunny Hug Cocktail, the Cordova Cocktail, and the Yodel Cocktail. And they all sound gross to me for different reasons. So I'm gonna start with the one that I think is the mildest offender, the Bunny Hug Cocktail. This is an interesting one. It first caught my eye because Harry Craddock doesn't seem to be a big fan of it. It's 3 ingredients: 1/3 gin, 1/3 whiskey, 1/3 absinthe. Now you hear that and you think, oh, that doesn't sound so bad, Anders. These are classic cocktail ingredients, but absinthe is a huge flavor and can easily overpower a cocktail. So I think that this would be way out of balance. It's gonna taste like absinthe. And then Craddock says, this cocktail should immediately be poured down the sink before it is too late. So that tells me he's not a big fan of this drink. One thing to note is this cocktail pops up later in the book, exact same cocktail, known as the Earthquake Cocktail. There it is. Once again, 1/3 gin, 1/3 whiskey, 1/3 absinthe. So either he forgot that he already did this cocktail under another name, or he really wanted people to notice it. He even says in this one, so called because if there should happen to be an earthquake on when you're drinking it, it won't matter. This is a cocktail whose potency is not to be taken too lightly, or for that matter, too frequently. So I'm gonna give it a try. Whether you call it the Earthquake Cocktail or the Bunny Hug Cocktail, I think it's probably gonna be a disaster. So let's give it a shot. Let's get set up here, I'll do this real quick. Sometimes Harry Craddock is very specific about like which bottles to use, but here it just says gin, whiskey, absinthe. For the whiskey, I'm using a blended scotch because he wrote whiskey without the E, and I am gonna take that as he means Scotch whiskey. Here we go. It's all equal parts, so we can make this as big or as little as we want. I'm just doing 3/4 of an ounce of each, whiskey and absinthe. And it says to shake it. To shake it with ice and strain into a cocktail glass. We can do that. I smell the absinthe. All right. This is one of those cocktails that breaks the shaking, stirring rule, but that's the least of our problems here. I'm gonna double strain to get those ice bits out of there. It looks like absinthe. The absinthe luge, so that's good. And no garnish, no lemon oil, any of that stuff. This is it. Cheers, everybody. This is the Bunny Hug Cocktail. I think this is gonna taste like something's wrong with my absinthe. You know, it's gonna taste like absinthe, but there's gonna be something weird happening. So I'm just gonna, I don't trust. I'm gonna go in for a sip. Cheers. I was right. Is it a good cocktail? No, it is not a good cocktail. I called that one. It tastes like absinthe. I cannot taste whiskey, nor can I taste gin. It's a waste of your spirits. I happen to like absinthe, but it's so much stronger than the rest. Like, that's all I taste. I'd rather just have a chilled glass of absinthe. I'm waiting on the finish to get a hint of the barrel from the whiskey, or maybe some you know, nice bright botanical from the gin that isn't smothered by all that absinthe. And I don't, it's just straight absinthe. Texture-wise, it's a little thin. It's cold, cold's good. I don't think any of you need to make this. Hang on to your spirits, make something else. So, on to the second one. Let me make some room here. The workshop continues. All right, the next one is the Cordova Cocktail. This one right here, the Cordova Cocktail, is a drink that if you are not If you don't make a lot of cocktails and you look at the ingredients and think, what's wrong with that? There's really only one component that I think is not good. It's the cream. This is essentially a sweet martini with cream added to it, and just a wait, how much? Yeah, it's just a teaspoon of fresh cream. Online, if you look on Difford's Guide, I know I've been talking a lot about Difford's Guide lately on the channel, but Difford himself said he thinks it's the worst cocktail in the Savoy Cocktail Book. He said something, he said it should more appropriately named the Curdled Cream Sweet Martini. This is one that I've wanted to try for a while. That's a complete lie. I've never wanted to try this drink, but today I'm going to. I'm gonna make this in just a moment, but first, a quick word from our sponsor. Behold the power of regularity. Today's video is sponsored by Seed. Seed makes DS-01 Daily Synbiotic, a clinically validated 2-in-1 probiotic and prebiotic designed to support digestive health. It contains 24 scientifically studied probiotic strains, along with a non-fiber prebiotic derived from pomegranate. That's right, the same stuff that makes your yummy grenadine. I recently started incorporating DS-01 into my daily routine, and so far, so good. At the moment, I don't feel particularly bloated or gassy, and I can confidently say I am not pooping right now, but I probably will later. DS-01 has been clinically shown to improve regularity, alleviate gas, and reduce bloating. These are all good things for me. Unfortunately, most probiotics don't survive digestion. Seed, on the other hand, uses its ViaCap capsule-in-capsule technology to protect those precious probiotics through digestion, all the way to the colon, where they can then get to work. Take 2 capsules daily and Seed will send monthly refills you can store in a reusable glass jar. If you want to try Seed for yourself, click the link below and use code Anders25 at checkout for 25% off your first order. Everybody poops. Sometimes it can be more regular if you take advantage of probiotics and prebiotics. Thanks, Seed. Onto the film. Back to it. Oh, also, the measurements here in this book are all by ratios. So you can really kind of scale it up or down. You'll do 1.5 ounces dry gin and 3/4 ounce of the sweet vermouth, dash of absinthe, teaspoon of fresh cream. Oh, that's it right there. That is gonna be our winner. 1.5 ounces gin, 3/4 ounce sweet vermouth, dash of absinthe, 2 if you get this dasher, and fresh from the cow. So we're just gonna do a bar spoon. Not too much. There we go. And I realize, I'm not picking drinks where it's like, yeah, and then you add 3/4 ounce of bile, and then you add, then you throw up into the shaking tin. It's nothing like that. These were drinks that I assume once upon a time people ordered. Not sure if this is gonna overflow or not. Oh, no, we're good. Wow, look at that. It's uglier than the last one. And again, no garnish. Not necessary when you got something like this. Yep. I am seeing curtilage happening, little curdle action. I want all of you to enjoy this along with me. Here we go, folks. Look at that. See how it yeah, it's really weird, right? The longer it sits too, the more it curdles. So we should probably dive right in while it's so good. You're welcome. It's not good, but not at all what I was expecting. I don't, okay. The finish is, God, it's a really interesting medicinal flavor. The texture is kind of creamy, but it's not enough cream to actually be like silky, It's got little chunks. You don't really notice that so much when you take a sip, but man, that is actually an interesting blend of flavors. Once again, is it a good cocktail? In my opinion, no. I don't know that it's salvageable. To be salvageable, I would take the cream out, I think. Oz, do you want to try this? Maybe you can offer some feedback and give me some clarity.
Ew.
Yeah, it's more like, yeah. It's a cocktail you want to drink in the dark.
There's like little particles in it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, those are yum particles.
Tastes like medicine.
Yeah, it's really medicinal. I will say,
Not in a good way.
I do think it is more interesting than this previous one, at least. Like that tastes like you did something in my absinthe. This tastes like, what the heck did you put in here? I think both of these are just stupid. On to the third and final cocktail, the one that I looked at a long time ago, and I've had in my notes, like, we should just make this on the channel because it seems so ridiculous to me. The Yodel Cocktail. The Yodel Cocktail up here. All right, so good news about the Yodel Cocktail is this is one you can easily throw together for your breakfast if you want. Bad news, it probably doesn't taste good. For those of you who can't read, it's half orange juice, half Fernet Branca. Use medium-sized glass and fill with soda water. So 3 ingredients. Fernet Branca is a very strong flavor, and it's very polarizing. Even if you love Fernet Branca, I can't see this cocktail working.
Can I just say something?
Yeah.
It sounds like drinking orange juice right after you brush your teeth.
Yes, that's it right there. Having orange juice right after you brush your teeth. That's the one way to make orange juice taste absolutely horrid. Also, mixing with orange juice is not one of my favorite things. And when it comes to cocktails, it's kind of a dud. It's flabby, and I'm not the first to say orange juice is flabby in a cocktail, but it's flabby. Again, we can make this as big as we want. Medium-sized glass. I don't know what medium was back in 1930. Would you say this is a small glass or a medium glass? It's probably more like a small glass, but I feel like in 1930s standard, this is more medium. Could free pour this one, but you know, I'm gonna keep things technical. Do 1 ounce. God, it smells like bad decisions already. 1 ounce. Oh, that looks great. Look at that. And some soda water. I didn't say to put ice or anything, we just fill it up. Is that enough? I feel like maybe I should add more. That's gonna be a lot of soda water. So, we'll just double up. Just so there's enough to go around. And now we top it with soda water. See, this is a good thing I put an extra. You know, it's gonna taste the same. I'm not worried. Yep. That right there is kind of what I envisioned. I give you the Yodel Cocktail. Cheers. Nope. Nope. I tried to take 2 gulps and halfway through that second gulp. So would you like to have a sip? Yeah, if you don't like Fernet, this won't be a good one. I taste Fernet.
Ew! I hate it.
Oz gives it 2 thumbs up. I'm gonna say I don't think it's that great. Try it again, but I don't like it. That's a hard one. That's a hard one to swallow, literally. So it tastes like Fernet Branca. The orange juice doesn't add any good fruitiness. I don't know where this cocktail came from. I do think that I want to workshop one of them. And I think of this lineup, I'm gonna pick this last one. This one right here. Orange and Fernet can work together. They don't work together in this cocktail. I am certain of that. But I do think that if we use a different orange component, we might be able to make this a little bit more drinkable. Let's try to make a better Yodel cocktail. I'm gonna shake this though. That was built right in the glass. I do wanna dilute it some. I'm not gonna do the orange juice. Instead, I'm gonna, do you wanna grab the orange Curaçao over there? The Marie Brizard, thank you. I think that this will hold up to the dryness that, Fernet Branca is very abrasive. I am gonna add in a little bit of lemon juice. It adds some acid that the orange juice I think is trying to do. We might need simple syrup, I'm not sure. Let's try this out. Well, I'll start with a Fernet, the star. I think I'm only gonna do ½ an ounce of Fernet for this first go around. We're gonna need plenty of sugar, so 1 full ounce of orange Curaçao. Just a ½ ounce of lemon juice. Suppose you could add citric acid if you wanted. Yeah, well, let's shake it up and then we'll add ice into a glass and top it off with soda water. Grab a highball with some ice. Do this carefully. This thing is out of control. There you go. Get it all in there. Well, I gotta say, it looks better. No? Yeah, it's a little brighter. A little orange zest across the top. There we go. Let's see what we think. It's better. Not great. I do want to try one more take, but I think that I'm getting a little further away from what the Yodel Cocktail actually is. I think the Yodel Cocktail is just a bad cocktail. But I'm gonna try one more thing. I'm going to do twice the Curaçao to Fernet. Got a jar of simple syrup here. Usually I put this in a nice carafe, but just a little bit. Lemon juice. I am gonna add in the orange juice. I think that I need to just be okay with having orange juice in here, so just 1 ounce. I'm gonna do a Regal shake here to get those oils in there. And in my head, it's gonna make that orange pop. See, I really do love this kind of stuff. I love workshopping like this. More often than not, it doesn't work, but that's why you gotta do it. I'm not gonna add the ice in yet. We'll see if there's even room for it. Just going to double strain that into the glass. I got room for ice. I don't wanna add too much soda water because that's just gonna make it bland. Drop these in. More orange oil across the top. It looks nice. I think that looks appetizing, right? No promises, but cheers everyone. That's pretty good. That's actually really, I mean, I knew it was gonna be great, but Oz, you wanna try that?
Okay.
That's like a brunch cocktail.
You turned it into orange juice.
Yeah, could go maybe a little bit more on the Fernet. I'm actually kind of proud of that. Anyway, this is a lot of fun. So can you call this a Yodel cocktail? Maybe not, but it's a variation on it. There we have it. 3 terrible sounding cocktails that were actually terrible. Grab your bottles at House of Bitter Bear. And as always, thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed this. Let me know in the comments down below if you've had any of these drinks. Thank you, Seed, for sponsoring today's film. I'll let you get to it. I'll see you next time. Cheers.